Here I am. It's 11:08, so I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but that's life. And I'm a busy girl. But I'm here as promised for Throwback Thursday. And Thursdays are always going to be about music. So if you're tuning in and you're badass and you like music and you like free stuff, I guess, then Throwback Thursday will be for you. Yesterday was Wednesday Wisdom. Tuesday is Tuesday Teas, and of course, Mustang Monday. And I was having a conversation with some people I ran into yesterday while I was out and about. What should Friday be? And we came up with a couple of thoughts. But I think what I will do is in memories of of children and going to school, and on Fridays they get to have fun Friday if they have a good week. So I'm going to give you fun Fridays on Fridays. I don't know what I'm going to do with fun Fridays yet, but today is Throwback Thursday, and I did want to talk to you about music. Music is the soundtrack of our lives, and part of my badass program, which remember is an acronym, is to create your own badass soundtrack, and it evolves as music from your past that you can attach to warm and happy memories, which proves to be an instant attitude adjustment. And that's what the badass soundtrack is about. And I've tested it. I have presented it. I have held numerous classes. The response has been absolutely 100% positive. I'm even thrilled that some of my colleagues in psychotherapy, licensed psychotherapists, say that this is a brilliant way to help our clients overcome anxiety and depression, among other things, because I use neuroscience and rewiring your brain. So I'm thrilled that it's working and it's helpful, and I've had some of these experiences myself. So today, for Throwback Thursday, I want to give you some lyrics to an old song. And this song is from I think it's the 80s. I'm not exactly sure. But I just want to share with you, I'm looking at the lyrics right here. So I just wanted to share with you some information about how it evolved to this. So first of all, discovering my own badass soundtrack. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining the video. How I came to be about discovering the badass soundtrack concept was while I was working on my program, the badass program, to develop a different way. I didn't want a cookie cutter program. It evolved out of several things, and I'm not going to share with you all of that now. It's actually become part of my program, is the evolution, because what I do is I demonstrate how this can happen for you too. But you kind of have to go through a process. But part of my process was I had gotten a new car, and it was a lease. And so, these days that when you lease a vehicle, the satellite radio or companies like to give you a free subscription. So I'm a terrestrial radio girl. And any of my radio friends will know that I support terrestrial radio. It's free. It's available to you. So, but I was really intrigued that I had this free subscription to satellite radio. So of course, if I have it, I'm going to use it. Wouldn't you? And so as I'm going through all these hundreds of channels that they have on satellite radio, I discovered the 70s on 7 channel. Well, of course, 70s is when I was a child, when I was growing up. So a lot of these songs I hadn't heard in a long time. Of course, many of them, unless you own the song, you're not likely to hear them. And it started to stir up some happy memories for me and having conversations. And that was part of how I discovered to create the badass soundtrack. So I want to encourage you today. This is what I want to encourage you to try out doing. Whatever music streaming you listen to, you're not going to get this from radio. Okay, I'm sorry. I love radio, but you can't program your own radio station, and that's part of what this is. So if you listen to a streaming radio, or you're listening to streaming music, or you have a list of songs in your playlist. Like, for example, I have iTunes. I know it's kind of old school now, but I have tons of music that I have uploaded that I love. And so recently, as I was cleaning house, I just allowed the music to be shuffled. And so I didn't know what was coming up. And I don't know if you're like me, but hi, Larry. I don't know if you're like me when it comes to music. If I don't particularly in the mood for a song that comes on, I will click next, I will skip it. But in this one instance, I committed to myself, I'm going to take whatever the universe gives me in the first 5 songs in this shuffle. And by allowing myself that somehow there's going to be something that I need to hear, something that will improve my mood or my mindset. So it so happened that the Elton John song, Sad Songs Say So Much, came up on the playlist. And normally maybe I would have skipped it because I wasn't in the mood for Elton, or I wanted something more upbeat. You know what I mean? Is that you're not really sure what you're looking for. However, this song does, well, this Elton John and Sad Songs Say So Much does have a happy, warm memory for me for one of my brothers. So I'm just going to share the lyrics. So please know the lyrics are not mine. This is Elton John's lyrics. But take a minute to absorb what the lyrics say and how you can implement music in your life to improve your mood. So here's it says, I guess there are times when we all need to share a little pain. And ironing out the rough spots is the hardest part when memories remain. And it's time like these when we all need to hear the radio. I love radio. Yes, I do. Because the lips from some old singer, we can share the troubles we already know. Turn them on, turn them up, turn on those sad songs. When all hope is gone, why don't you tune in and turn it on? They reach into your room, just feel their gentle touch. When all hope is gone, sad songs say so much. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole song because this is not necessarily meant to be copyright infringement. I'm using this for educational purposes. I learned that I can say that. But the thing is that listen to those lyrics. It's that basically they're saying that we all have pain. And songs can say so much. So even when you're listening to a sad song, allow yourself to tune in, turn it up. It's going to feel so much better. And that's part of the badass soundtrack. You know, I say music is the soundtrack of our lives. That was a phrase coined by none other than Casey Kasem. And I'm a second generation radio girl, radio baby. And so I believe fully, I love terrestrial radio. But when you need to find songs for your badass soundtrack, well, what I discovered was satellite radio helped me just be able to tune into just 70s music. So if you're just sampling new music of today, or you're just picking a specific genre of today, I want you to expand that horizon a little bit and seek out songs from your childhood. All right, whatever it was, whatever kind of music you were listening to in your childhood. And this is how one of the things go. What year was it when you were about 10 years old? Because that's about the time where we start really creating memories and holding on to them. Anything before that, sure, they may be meaningful, but what were you listening to when you were 10, 11, 12, 13? Go back to that era and find some songs that matter to you from that era. You will discover that your whole attitude will shift. So that's my tip for a Throwback Thursday, is how to discover songs from your past that will improve your mood. It's part of my Badass program. When I teach my Badass certification class, that's a lot of what it is. To build your confidence, increase your positivity, which changes your mindset, which builds your productivity and positivity, whether it's in the workplace or it's in your relationships. That's what you want to try to do. And how I do it, I give you one tool. You know, a lot of therapists and coaches, they give you a bunch of tools and it can be overwhelming. But I have one tool for you, and I guarantee you it will improve your mood immensely because it's a positive attitude adjustment. So today I want to encourage you to throw back and don't post old pictures. Go find some old music that you love from your childhood. So like I said, the best tip I can give you today is, what year was it when you were about 10 years old? Look for music from that era, and a little bit beyond, like 10 to 15 years old. What was the year? Seek out some music from that era. Find a song that's meaningful for you. Do that today. And I would love for you to put it in the comments what songs you found. And let's have a dialogue about music on Throwback Thursday. And that's what Thursdays are always going to be, about music. Tomorrow, I'm going to hop back on. I'm going to do something fun Friday. For now, I don't know. I don't know how Friday's going to work out yet. The jury's still out on that, I suppose. And I've been talking to some people about what should I do for Fridays? And I'd like it to have something meaningful. So you tell me if you have an idea. But for right now, I'll just do Fun Friday. And I don't know what Fun Friday will be. But you've earned it. So, the whole idea will be to encourage you to have a really great weekend and a really great week ahead. So once again, thank you so much for watching today. I'm so thrilled that you're here. And remember, I only do these videos for badasses. So if you're watching this video, congratulations, you are a badass. And so am I. And I'm looking for badasses to certify because you know what, like once you get that certification, it gives you credibility and it gives you that reminder that, yeah, that's right. I have been through some storms in my life. I have experienced some crises, but you know what? I've withstood the storm and I'm still standing and I'm not giving up. That's badass. So let's get you certified so you have that confidence building. Today's all about your badass soundtrack and music. Tomorrow we'll have some fun. And then again, of course, Monday is back to Mustang Monday. Have a great day, everybody. I am Kelly Orchard, speaker, author, performance coach, and licensed psychotherapist, reminding you to be bold, be brave, be confident, be badass. See you later.